Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to Scrap Mechanic, and today I've got a crazy idea that literally just came into my mind like a few minutes ago as I was thinking about what am I going to record today. And I've decided to try to create a giant floor of saw blades, like just flat saw blades. And the reason why I think this is going to be interesting is because saw blades have very low friction. So if you use a saw blade as like a wheel or something that moves across the ground, it just slides. But what if the ground was saw blades and then you spawned in a normal creation on top of the saw blades? Would you basically have created a low friction ground surface? And then on top of that, what happens if you spawn bots on a floor of inescapable saw blades, especially like hay bots or greenies that actually have a freak out when they see saw blades? They're gonna have nowhere to run and they're just gonna be, it's gonna be like pure exposure therapy. They've got to learn at some point that, I was gonna say that there's nothing to be afraid of, but it's a floor of actual sharp saw blades, so no, it would be a completely justified fear. By the way, this is the first time I've spawned into the flat world since they've updated the texture to this, so this is kind of new, isn't it? All right, so here's my plan to do this while trying to be the least laggy as possible, because I'm gonna try to make this as big as I can without hurting my frame rate. That's pretty much gonna be my stopping point, is as soon as my frames start to die. So it looks like we can have these be overlapping with each other, which I think is just going to make it look kind of cool. Actually, it might make it look like there's not even saw blades now that I think about it. So very slowly but surely, I can start adding to this thing by duplicating it and putting it on the weld tool just like that. All right, so this is what I got so far, and this thing actually looks pretty cool. I'm going to start making this longer than it is wide, because ideally, if I'm going to be trying to drive vehicles on this, I want like a nice runway. Oh, that was the first time it lagged when I spawned it in, but it may be because it's now overlapping with the previous version of it. But I'm gonna save this. Guys, look at how long this is. Do we really need more than this? Because we're going up exponentially. We're doubling every single time. So it's getting big quick. So right now, this is 7,168 saw blades. Already, my frames are laggy when it's on the lift. I think we may have gone a little bit. I did not want this to be this big of a deal. Oh, all right, I welded it. Whoops. Oh, this is YouTube's compression is gonna make this look terrible. This looks terrible without the compression on my screen right now. I did not expect this to be a visual nightmare like this. This is actual insanity. We have to go back. Okay, so this one has 3,584 saw blades. All right, and this one, I get 60 frames with it. Well, let's see what happens if I'm on it. All right, you know what? I think this is pretty good. We got 60 frames. We don't have to sacrifice the quality of the video, because otherwise, if I double this, it's going from 60 frames down to 13 frames. And that was just a nightmare. So we have our floor. Now it's time to do some science. First, let's spawn into the car and... Why did I just do that? Why? I knew that... Oh. I knew that wasn't the lift. That's the lift. I meant to do that. Well, we spawn in the car, and now let's see how the friction feels. It is low friction. I mean, I don't know why I thought it might be anything other than low friction. For some reason, I thought maybe it's the saws on the ground and not the saws on other things that may be the low friction. But I'm so happy that the low friction carries over into creations too. That kind of just, it proves the purpose of this experiment. All right, good thing I have some thrust. It's not that powerful of thrust, but we got some thrust. All right, now let's see if I can do like a 180 or something. I'm just sliding now. I'm not pressing anything anymore. All right, it's definitely a weird texture to be driving across because the saw blades, their texture is there. The middle of the saw blade that sticks up, the wheels do, they do kind of ride over that in a weird way. All right, you know what? Let's spawn in a smaller vehicle though. Let's make a sled. I'm just gonna make a sled, and I want to see if it's capable of sliding across this thing despite all of these pegs sticking up from the saw blades. All right, well, if the sled is big enough, it should just be able to rest on top of enough saw blades that it levels itself out. All right, so after a couple of hours, I've managed to build this really high-tech sled here. You can see it's a very, very complicated spider web of connections. But I know it looks a little bit weird right now, but don't worry, I got a solution for that. Wow, look at that. So much more professional. Okay, here we go. Oh no, this that's what I was afraid of right there. All right, let's try this again. I'm gonna go nice and slow at first. There we go. Look at this. It's the smoothest, frictionless surface you could ever imagine right here. Oh, this is a nightmare. This is actually terrible. Yeah, let's compare. Let's compare. All right, this is me going across the saw blades. Just the low friction really helps, as you can see. Now let's try it on actual flat land. I mean, it's all right. It's all right on flat land, but why would you choose flat ground when you can choose saw blade ground? I mean, I feel like this is just the obvious choice. But to be fair, if I stop using thrust, I do kind of slide a little bit more than I would if I was on the ground. Just tap it for a second, let go, and I keep going. Now if I go off, ready? Tap it for a second, and then you're not going anywhere. It's just the friction. It's just a waste of energy, really. I honestly can't see any upside to using the regular ground as opposed to saw blade ground. This should just be the future. This is future tech right here. We're gonna save so much energy. I mean, imagine all the heat that is generated with friction across a normal ground. That's just not good for the atmosphere. It's probably contributing to, you know, global climate change. Clearly, we have to convert our ground to saw blades in order to save the world. Here's the moment that I know we're all really waiting for. You guys want to see the bots and how they're going to react to this. And yeah, I do too. I'm going to do all of them. We're going to go through every single bot. Oh, you know what? Even the glow bug and the cow. Or walk. I'm sorry, the walk. Very different from a cow. You can tell by the udder placement. All right, make your predictions now. What do you think he's gonna do? Do you think he's gonna freak out constantly? Do you think he's gonna get over it and learn that there's nothing he can do? Or maybe he's even gonna die. Are these gonna hurt him? I don't think they'll hurt him if they're not moving. But I actually don't know the answer to that question. So we're gonna find out in 3, 2, 1. He's just gonna live a life of fear. This is his life now. There's nowhere to go. There's literally nowhere to go. Everywhere is a saw blade. Everywhere you look, they're watching you. They're coming to get you. All right, I have to spawn more. Okay, let's spawn in a couple of these guys. And I have aggro. Aggro is on by default, by the way. Like, they're set to attack me when they see me, but obviously he's got bigger things to worry about right now. Well, but technically not bigger, just more. There's just more of them. All right, pop capsules and let the fear ensue. Oh, it's a little bit laggy. I may have done too many. It's a dance floor. Guys, I made a bot dance floor. Why did I not see that this was coming? This is amazing. I didn't realize it was gonna look like this. This literally looks like a disco floor now. Imagine if someone built like a smaller version of this, like an actual realistically sized dance floor, and put it in a building with like lights and everything, just like disco lights and all this stuff. Added some music blocks in there, and then you spawn in a couple of these guys on the floor, and it's literally gonna look like, hey, how'd you escape? How did this happen? Did anyone see this? I did not see this. Wait, how did you escape? What is this? How are they escaping? Oh, okay, I think this guy might escape soon. Oh. Interesting. They get into a pattern sometimes where they actually end up moving constantly in one direction. All right, how many of these guys do I got to destroy to get some frames back, huh? How many of these guys are going to give me my frames back? Oh, we got an escaper over here, an escapee. I'm pretty sure that the Haybot AI does use up more power than the Greenie AI. All right, at 30 frames now. All right, 40 frames. One more of these guys, come on. 50 frames. All right, I think we can deal with 50 frames then. 3 of each. That way it's kind of like, you know, a high school dance where you get like the boys on one side and the girls on the other side, but this time it's Haybots on one side and Toadbots on the other side. All right, and everyone knows that high school dances are terrifying, so this is really no different than the real thing right here. Are we just gonna put some dance music to it? Yeah, let's put some dance music to it and let's watch this action here. You know what? I gotta get on this action as well. Oh yeah, this is great. This is great. We're all having a good time. We're all dancing together. It's not a saw blade floor. It's not a floor of terror. It's just a dance floor, as evidenced by the bots uncontrollably dancing on top of it. All right, let's remove these ones and let's get on to another bot. How are these guys gonna react? And I'm not gonna spawn in the explosive bots yet because I'm a little bit concerned that they'll just destroy this. They might actually destroy it. All right, pop capsules. I don't think these guys are afraid of saw blades. No, they are not afraid of saw blades. They are definitely not afraid of saw blades. And obviously confirmed, the saw blade floor does not harm the bots when they're just stationary saw blades. Let's spawn in one of these guys, see how he reacts. Oh, he might actually damage it by walking. Well, he's definitely not afraid of it. It seems to have no impact on him, especially the low friction. The low friction only seems to affect creations. It doesn't affect me. It doesn't seem to affect the bots. It seems to be just a creation impact. All right, now here's something I'm really curious about. We have these little guys. Spawning a couple of these, and also these bigger guys. All right, are you gonna be okay? They don't seem to care either. I actually never really paid attention to whether or not cows are afraid of saw blades, but if you... Wait a minute. Didn't I have 3 of these guys? Oh, there he is. Somehow he got underneath. I got him. All right, we'll just place you right back down there. I guess these guys can fall in between. Maybe not. Oh, yep, there we go. Yeah, these guys can fall in between the saw blades. All right, so I got another idea using the same concept, but this time I'm gonna build a much smaller version, but the difference is that they're actually going to be, the saw blades are gonna be on bearings, and I'm gonna make them all spin with controllers, and then we're gonna see how the bots respond. All right, here we go. I have 100 saw blades here, and when we hit the switch, they should all turn on. Oh, that's actually really... Whoa, this is so cool. This is kind of blowing my mind right now. This is actually kind of blowing my mind right now, what's happening to me. It's like a conveyor belt system. But you kind of just stay in one spot a little bit. This is so awesome. Oh, I just moved on to another row. Oh, I'm moving all the way down. This is so cool. I don't think I'll actually get pushed off of it. I think it's going at just a slow enough speed that the centripetal force doesn't move me against the saw blades. It just keeps me on whatever spot I happen to be on, and I just keep getting overlapped with another blade. This is so cool. I want to see myself move to like the last row though. It's possible. There we go. This is the second to last row. I think I get on this outer edge though. I have to wait for it. I'm not tapping any movement inputs. I'm just turning my camera, that's all. But I think I should be able to get onto that saw blade by luck. I don't know what's gonna do it though. Oh no, I went back. I'm going the wrong direction. No, I'm going all the way back into the middle. I did not think I was gonna get distracted by something like this. This is actually really entertaining. All right, you know what, fine, I'm just gonna move myself over there. This might be easier said than done. Okay, here we go. No. There, no, hold on. There we go. Oh, I do get knocked off. Okay, I thought I would just kind of stay on the outer edge of them. All right, so you guys get a better idea of what this is like. I'm just gonna try to walk straight. I'm just gonna hold W and that's it. I'm gonna walk straight from this corner to that corner once I jump up. All right, just holding W now. I feel like this is what happens when you get input lag in a game. We've made an input lag movement simulator. All right, but the big thing is we got to figure out what it's like to put, yeah, this is definitely like when you get lag in a game. All right, so the saw blade should be spinning at a fast enough speed to affect these guys. And oh yeah, I forgot he's not even gonna come after me because he's kind of trapped. All right, and here we go. I guess this is what you would call a killing floor. This is just quite literally exactly what that name implies. All right, here we go. It's so instant. All right, I gotta put this guy on here. I don't know what to expect with this. He might actually kill me. I'm gonna do this though. All right, you ready? Here we go. Oh, no, don't blow up my floor. Okay, it survived. Let's do it so he actually sees me. Oh, this is a bad idea. This is a very bad idea. Ah! Oh, he fell. You fell. Ha! You fell. Come get me up here. Okay, now I think it would be really satisfying just to load this thing up with bots. 3, 2, 1, dance! We have... Duh! Where did they all come from? They like teleported behind me. We have more survivors than I expected. All right, you know what? This is now my safe zone. The killing floor is the safe zone for me. It may be the death zone for the bots, but it's the safe zone for me, and it's very, very effective. Other than the fact that it's kind of hard to stay in the middle of the safe zone because it kind of actively works against you here. All right, come closer. Come close. I didn't think he would actually listen. All right, pop capsules. Some of them they're surviving longer than I expected. I don't know what the deal is with that. Oh, that really killed my frames though. Dare I do the cows? Do I really? Yeah, I kind of feel bad for this, but for science? Sorry, the sound was kind of hilarious. As he got moved around too. I don't know why I thought that was so funny. It was sad, but also kind of hilarious. All right, what about these guys? I am surprised. I am actually surprised. Okay, let's put them on some more weird places. Oh, no! Okay. There's this designated safe spot right in the center of every saw blade. But anywhere... Oh, no, don't move. He moved. He moved. Why did you move? Oh, it's sad. Oh, no, he moved. It's just gonna get worse. It's only gonna get worse. No. Oh, no, you caused him to move. Okay. I'm gonna stop pretending to be sad now. These are just lines of code. Oh, I kind of have to know what happens when I spawn my car in on this thing. And go. Okay, I'm not pressing any buttons right now. My wheels are moving just because the saw blades are moving the wheels. I don't know what I expected. Like, my expectations have neither been broken or confirmed. This is kind of, I just had literally no expectations. But I guess it makes sense. The low friction of the saws does not really have that much of an impact on a vehicle as much as it does on like a body like me or the bots. So this really is just kind of pointless and boring. All right, well, that's all the ideas I had to experiment with this saw blade floor concept. But before I end off the episode, I wanted to change my main menu screen creation out because this has been here for a while. I introduced this in a video a while ago, and now it is time to pass the torch onto another creation designed for the main menu screen. So as a reminder, that one was made by Andre DeBoss, and this new one is a giant stabilizer mug that someone has built out of individual parts, which I think is pretty awesome. Oh, is there a duck inside? There's totally a duck inside. Oh, there's actually, there's a suspension mug inside the suspension mug. Oh, I'm so glad I looked in there. All right, this is by Medir. All right, I gotta jump in this thing before I look at the actual main menu. Danger! Why is this duck? Why is this a danger duck? All right, we got dangerous duck, and we got our suspension mug in here as well, of course. There we go, functional suspension mug. All right, let me out of here. Let me out of here. Oh no, it's too big for the main menu screen. Oh, I didn't realize. You built a stabilizer mug that is too massive for its own good. I'll know what it is whenever I spawn in, so this is going to be the next creation on my menu screen for a while now. By the way, if you want your very own ScrapMan mug, you can get one in the link down in the description below. Stabilizer not included. Try to build your own though. I don't know, that'd be pretty impressive. I'd love to see that if someone could actually pull that off. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, definitely go check out some other content on the channel. I have like over 1,500 videos, I think, something like that. So there's probably something you haven't seen yet. Don't forget to check out the merch link if you want to help support the channel. Hope this video has earned your subscription. Anyway, this has been ScrapMan, and I'll see you next time. Bye.